Imagine a life where you feel energized every morning, where every step you take feels strong, and every day you feel closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Sounds pretty good, right? Today, we're uncovering some of the simplest yet most powerful habits that science has shown can transform not just how you feel, but also how long you live. These aren't about drastic overhauls or restrictive routines. They're about the small but mighty habits that add up to something incredible. We're calling them wellness pillars for a reason. Each one supports and strengthens your foundation for a healthier, happier life. And the best part, these pillars don't require expensive programs or complex steps. They're adaptable, manageable, and meant to meet you wherever you are in life. Whether you're already health-focused or just starting out, these are habits you can adopt to live a more vibrant, healthier life, no matter your age or starting point. No heavy science, just actionable advice that works. So let's dig into these surprisingly easy shifts that can have you living with more energy, purpose, and joy for years to come. Welcome to the Elder's Compass. If you're searching for a place that truly understands and supports life's later years with practical wisdom, encouragement, and helpful tips, just for you, you're in the right place. If you're ready to face this stage of life with resilience and grace, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Let the Elder's Compass be your steady guide on this journey. Hit that subscribe button and join our community today. Now let's begin. All right, let's delve into this. Why should we start treating sleep as if it's the most important appointment of our day? Because it really is. We often think of sleep as a luxury or something to catch up on later, but research shows that quality sleep is as essential to our health as nutrition and exercise. Sleep influences everything from how our bodies manage stress to how we process emotions, regulate hormones, and even defend against illness. Harvard studies reveal that sleep deprivation can lead to a weakened immune system, increase the risk of heart disease, and even impact mental health. So, if you want to live well, start by treating sleep as sacred time. Becoming a professional sleeper. Imagine what would happen if we approached sleep with the same dedication as a work project or a personal goal. Think of sleep as something you're being paid to prioritize. You'd have routines, right? You'd make it a priority, showing up consistently. Here's how to start mastering the art of sleep in 5 actionable steps. Step 1. Eat earlier and keep it light. Eating late, especially large or heavy meals, means your body is working to digest food when it should be winding down. To get the most out of your rest, try eating your last meal at least 2 hours before bedtime. Ideally, this is around 7 or 8 p.m. if your goal is to sleep by 10 p.m. This timing allows your body to focus on restoration rather than digestion. According to a study published in the journal Appetite, early and lighter meals can reduce acid reflux and improve overall sleep quality. Adjust your timing, little by little, and pay attention to how it changes your mornings. You might just wake up feeling more refreshed than ever. Step 2. Develop a wind-down routine. Think of this as the warm-up for sleep. Just as athletes prepare their bodies before a race, we need to help our minds and bodies ease into rest. Our brains don't have an off switch, so a wind-down routine helps signal that it's time to relax. Set aside at least an hour before bed. This could involve gentle activities like reading, deep breathing, or taking a quiet walk. Importantly, avoid screens. They emit blue light that suppresses melatonin, the hormone that makes us sleepy. Lowering the lights as part of your wind-down routine can signal to your brain that it's nighttime, encouraging a smoother transition to sleep. Step 3. Consider lighting. This is a game changer for sleep quality. Too much exposure to bright or blue-hued light in the evening can confuse our internal clocks. Studies from Brigham and Women's Hospital show that blue light exposure in the evening delays melatonin production, pushing back sleep onset. Try switching to dim, warm lights as bedtime approaches. One simple swap? Using a red light bulb in the bedroom, which has a calming effect and doesn't interfere with melatonin production. This one change can create a peaceful environment that naturally supports relaxation and rest. Step 4. Maintain consistency. Our bodies thrive on routine, especially when it comes to sleep. Consistency helps regulate our circadian rhythms, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up at the same times each day. Set a bedtime and stick to it. even on weekends. Aim to be in bed around the same time nightly, within a 30-minute window. This regularity not only makes sleep more restful, but also improves morning alertness and energy levels. By aligning with your body's natural rhythms, you'll set yourself up for a smoother, more restorative sleep cycle. Step 5. Cut down on caffeine. This might be a tough one, but caffeine is a major culprit behind restless nights. While everyone's tolerance varies, caffeine can linger in the body for hours. If you're aiming for great sleep, try cutting off caffeine by midday, ideally around noon. Caffeine blocks adenosine receptors, which help you feel tired and can mess with your sleep even if you don't feel jittery. Give this a try. Limit coffee to morning hours only and see if it makes a difference in how easy it is to drift off at night. Why prioritizing sleep is worth it. The benefits of quality sleep go far beyond feeling rested. When you're well rested, you're more resilient to stress, make better food choices, and your energy for daily activities skyrockets. Studies show that quality sleep is linked to a lower risk of conditions like heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. It's not just about quantity, but also quality. These 5 habits help create the optimal conditions for deep, restful sleep. And when your sleep improves, so does everything else. Now, this foundation of rest naturally leads us to our next focus: movement. And no, this doesn't mean hours at the gym. It's about integrating movement throughout the day, wherever and whenever you can. Let's keep it simple and effective as we dive into the benefits of daily activity. Alright, let's break it down and dive into the magic of movement. Setting aside just 30 minutes daily for activity isn't just about getting your heart pumping. It's about creating a rhythm that carries over into the rest of your day. Studies from the Mayo Clinic show that even low to moderate exercise, like a brisk walk or gentle stretching, can lower blood pressure, improve cholesterol levels, and boost heart health. You don't need to go to extremes. It's all about consistency and enjoyment. Imagine the possibilities. This could be a walk around the neighborhood, stretching in the morning sunlight, or dancing to your favorite tunes in the living room. The goal isn't about logging intense hours, but about showing up each day for your body. Harvard research has shown that people who engage in just 30 minutes of movement daily experience fewer mental health issues, report better sleep, and feel more energetic overall. The beauty of mini movements. Now let's talk about the second part: staying active throughout the day. In our modern lives, sitting for long stretches has become the norm, whether we're working at a desk, watching TV, or browsing on a phone. But here's a trick. Every 20-30 minutes, get up and move. It doesn't have to be much. Even a minute or two will make a difference. Research shows that frequent movement breaks improve circulation, keep muscles from stiffening, and even help refresh our focus. Think of these as mini resets. You might stand up, stretch, walk around, or do a few squats if you're feeling ambitious. According to the British Journal of Sports Medicine, these short, consistent bursts of activity help combat the negative effects of prolonged sitting, like poor circulation and back strain. By the end of the day, these little movements add up, keeping you energized from morning to night. This reveals the connection between activity and mood. The beauty of staying active is how it lifts your mood. Movement releases endorphins, our body's natural, feel-good chemicals, helping to relieve stress and boost overall well-being. Physical activity is shown to help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, giving you a clearer mind and a more positive outlook. As you incorporate these small but powerful movements, you'll notice how they start influencing other areas of life. You'll feel more inspired to make positive choices, which brings us to our next focus: food. Food isn't just fuel, it's deeply tied to our emotions, habits, and sense of comfort. Let's explore how a few simple choices in your diet can transform not only your health, but your entire relationship with food. Certainly, delving deeper into the impact of food on our health brings to light the profound role that eating well plays, not just in maintaining our physical body, but in supporting our mental and emotional well-being too. Food is one of the most powerful tools we have to influence our longevity and quality of life. Nutritionists and health researchers consistently find that a balanced, nutrient-rich diet contributes to a longer, healthier life. And when you break it down, the science behind it is quite compelling. Here is the foundation: why diet matters so much. Let's consider how what we eat impacts us on a cellular level. According to Dr. Dariush Mozaffarian, a renowned nutrition expert from Tufts University, our food system is the leading cause of poor health, more than smoking, more than inactivity. Food affects everything from our immune system's resilience to how well our organs function. Poor eating habits contribute to chronic inflammation, which is linked to diseases like arthritis, heart disease, and diabetes. Conversely, a diet rich in whole foods and low in processed items can reduce inflammation, protect cells, and prevent damage that accumulates with age. Moreover, eating nutrient-dense foods helps support mitochondrial function. Mitochondria are the energy powerhouses of our cells, and as we age, they become less efficient. Foods rich in antioxidants, such as leafy greens, berries, and nuts, help protect these cells from oxidative stress, essentially slowing down the cellular aging process. Let's talk about the Mediterranean diet, a proven model for longevity. When experts discuss longevity in diet, the Mediterranean diet often comes up as a shining example. The Mediterranean approach is balanced, flexible, and rich in heart-healthy fats, lean proteins, whole grains, and a rainbow of vegetables. According to a large-scale study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, individuals who follow a Mediterranean diet can reduce their risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 30%. This diet's protective effects come from its emphasis on nutrient-rich foods and its low reliance on processed and sugary foods. Dr. Walter Willett, a professor of nutrition at Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, emphasizes that the Mediterranean diet isn't just a fad, but a way of eating that supports health in the long term. He explains that the Mediterranean diet is more about adding healthy things into your diet, like nuts, olive oil, and fish, rather than taking things away. That's why it's so sustainable and effective for long-term health. Let's start this practical tips, building a healthier relationship with food. Many people find it challenging to change their eating habits, especially if they're used to relying on convenience foods. That's why nutritionists like Dr. Michael Greger advocate for a gradual shift toward more plant-based options and whole foods. Dr. Greger suggests adding 1 or 2 servings of fruits or vegetables each week until they become staples in your meals. This way, you're building healthy habits slowly and sustainably, rather than doing a complete overhaul that can be hard to stick to. Plan meals around whole foods. Start with simple swaps. For instance, replace refined grains with whole grains like quinoa or brown rice. These are not only rich in fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol, but also contain more vitamins and minerals than refined grains. 2. Embrace healthy fats. Foods like avocados, olive oil, and nuts are rich in monounsaturated fats, which support heart health by lowering LDL cholesterol. Studies in the New England Journal of Medicine found that individuals who incorporated these fats into their diet had a lower incidence of heart disease. Dr. Mozaffarian stresses that healthy fats are not something to be feared, but rather embraced in the right amounts. 3. Moderation over elimination. Nutrition experts often emphasize that a healthy diet doesn't mean eliminating all indulgences. Instead, practicing mindful moderation is key. Dr. Rena Mendelsohn, a dietitian and professor of nutrition, explains that completely cutting out foods you love isn't realistic for most people. Instead, enjoy treats in moderation and focus on making whole, nutritious foods the star of your meals. Let's consider the role of food as fuel and comfort. Food is not just a source of energy, it's a source of comfort, a way to celebrate, and even a way to cope with stress. Recognizing this helps us approach food more compassionately. Registered dietitian Christy Harrison points out that making food choices out of guilt or restriction often leads to a cycle of deprivation and overindulgence. Instead, she recommends focusing on how foods make you feel good. If you eat a balanced meal full of whole foods and feel energized and satisfied, then you're nourishing your body in a way that will keep you feeling good long term. Understanding that food can also play a role in mental and emotional health, many nutritionists now recommend practicing intuitive eating. This approach encourages people to eat mindfully, listening to their body's hunger and fullness cues, and avoiding strict dietary rules. When food is approached without guilt, it becomes easier to maintain balanced eating habits that are sustainable for life. And we should think about food as prevention. The science behind anti-inflammatory ingredients. Certain ingredients have been extensively studied for their anti-inflammatory properties, and including them in your diet is a proactive way to support longevity. For example, turmeric, often used in Mediterranean and Asian cuisines, contains curcumin, a compound known for its anti-inflammatory effects. Research in the Journal of Clinical Immunology shows that curcumin can help reduce inflammation in the body, potentially lowering the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's and cancer. Similarly, garlic, rich in sulfur compounds, has been shown to improve heart health and reduce blood pressure. Dr. John Hopkins of the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine suggests that incorporating garlic and other herbs and spices can help enhance flavor while also delivering key health benefits. Legumes like beans and lentils are excellent sources of protein and fiber. Replacing some red meat with plant-based proteins can reduce the risk of heart disease and support better digestion. Harvard research highlights that diets rich in plant-based proteins tend to be lower in saturated fats, which can help lower cholesterol and protect against cardiovascular issues. Building a long, healthy life is about consistency, balance, and a positive relationship with food. When you see food as an ally in your journey to better health, it becomes easier to make choices that serve your long-term goals. Think of it not as a diet, but as a lifestyle that prioritizes nourishment over restriction. By embracing foods that are vibrant, colorful, and rich in nutrients, you're setting the stage for a life filled with energy and well-being. Let's take a moment to think about how these three essential habits, eating well, staying active, and getting quality sleep, work together to create a foundation for long life and enduring health. Each of these wellness pillars brings its own benefits, but when practiced together, their impact is exponential, helping us to live not only longer, but with greater vitality. Science shows that consistent, restful sleep supports cellular repair and cognitive health. Regular movement keeps our hearts, muscles, and minds strong. And a balanced diet fuels every function our bodies perform, from our immune system to mental clarity. When we build a lifestyle rooted in these habits, we're stacking the odds in favor of living more robust, fulfilling years. Living a long life isn't about extreme diets or punishing routines. It's about developing sustainable, enjoyable practices that nurture our bodies and minds over time. Start with one habit, let it become second nature, and then add another, making this journey toward wellness not just manageable, but something you look forward to. And remember, each small change you make has a ripple effect. It's a gift not only to yourself, but also to those who care about you and look up to you. When you make choices that support your longevity, you're setting a powerful example, inspiring others to follow suit. So let's commit to these foundations, supporting one another in mastering the basics and growing into our healthiest, happiest selves. Together, we're not just adding years to life, but adding life to our years. Today marks the start of this incredible journey toward a vibrant, long, and healthy life. That wraps up our video today. Don't hesitate to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If this video resonated with you or someone you love, please take a moment to like and share it with others who might benefit. And don't forget to subscribe to the Elders Compass. By joining our community, you're not only staying informed, you're supporting a space that truly values and understands the journey of aging with grace and resilience. And let us be your trusted guide through this chapter of life. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next videos.